just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. Could you please state your name for the court documents?
Adriano.
Where are you from?
Brazil.
Oh. How long have you been in America?
I've been here for 5 years.
You have your green card?
Yes, I do.
Oh. You have any children?
Yes, I have 7 children.
7.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on food stamps?
Yes, ma'am.
Typical.
So I'm assuming you've read over the case.
Yes, ma'am.
Any thoughts or opinions?
Based off of what I read, I feel like this man is, he had good intentions. He was trying to save his son. I feel like he should, we should give him a fair trial.
Thank you. State your name for court documents.
Adriano.
Thank you, sir. How are you this morning, sir? Could you please state your name for court documents?
Jedediah Thomas,
And where are you from, Mr. Thomas?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
You have any children?
2 daughters.
And I bet they are your pride and joy.
Yes, they are. Back on the farm, you already know. Always trying to raise them right.
That's good, that's good. So I'm assuming that you've read over the case.
I have indeed.
Any thoughts or opinions?
I believe this man is guilty. Obviously, he has done wrong to the American institution by stealing. And also, being that he's an immigrant, I don't believe he should be able to stay here in this wonderful country. We've provided him with so many opportunities, so many things to do. It would just be negligent of him to rob us and then be able to stay here. And personally, I think that just goes against all of my American beliefs.
So are you biased in any way, shape, or form?
I don't think I'm biased. I think I'm a realist.
Racist?
Nope.
Realist. State your name for court documents.
Jedediah Thomas,
And where are you from, sir?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Busy. How are you?
Okay, I'm well. And could you please state your name for court documents?
Daniela Norris.
Okay. And where are you from?
Here.
Here as in state and city, please.
Florida. Orlando.
Thank you. Do you have any children?
No, I don't.
Married?
No, I don't need a man in this world.
Okay. I'm assuming you've read and reviewed our case.
I have.
Any thoughts or opinions?
I'm wondering where the woman was in all of this. I certainly hoped that the man was providing for her and that's why he had to do what he did, but why wasn't the woman there? Why couldn't the mother of the child provide for her children?
All right. Could you please state your name for court documents?
Daniela Norris.
And where are you from, Miss Norris?
Orlando, Florida.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. Could you state your name for court documents?
Maggie May Cuthbert.
And where are you from, Miss Maggie?
Nashville, Tennessee?
Are you married?
No. Only to Jesus.
You have any children?
No, not yet.
Are you going to wait till marriage?
Of course.
Is that a purity ring?
Yes, it is.
When were you baptized?
14.
And what church do you go to?
The Church of Christ.
So I'm assuming that you've read and reviewed the case.
Of course, I've studied it intently.
Any thoughts or opinions?
I don't approve of homosexuality, but I also know you're supposed to have compassion, so I'm a little torn.
Are you on the fence?
I'm on the fence.
How do you feel about this man being an immigrant?
I kind of feel like that's a form of trespassing, so I'm not sure yet.
And being from the South, how do you feel about him being Hispanic?
He needs to go somewhere else.
Alrighty. Could you state your name for court documents once again, please, ma'am?
Maggie May Cuthbert,
And where are you from?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Can you please state your name for the court?
Janae Bozeman.
And where are you from?
Upper East Side.
Upper East Side, all right. And are you married?
Yes, I
And what type of business is your husband in exactly?
am. He's CEO of Behaviors Plus.
Ah, okay. So how exactly do you afford to live on the Upper East Side?
Is that necessary?
No, of course not. Have you reviewed the case today?
Yes, I have.
And how do you feel about the case?
Is this gonna go on document? I don't know. Is it?
It is going to be documented for the court, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't really care, honestly. I feel like he should be prosecuted. He's an immigrant. And he's
Alright.
homosexual. Well, so I've heard. I mean, it really doesn't matter to me.
All right, well, thank you very much. Yes, can you state your name again for the court, please?
Janae Bozeman,
And where are you from?
Upper East Side.
Thank you.
Will the jury please stand and raise your hand? Get up. You too. Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the case before this court and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God. Please say I do.
I do.
Maybe seated.
Do you know when you can leave?
Do you have to go to church or something?
Are you Miss Goldman?
Yes.
I know your family. They're like super professional, very successful people. I'm so sorry you have to be here today. You obviously do not deserve it. We don't have this in Spanish.
I speak Portuguese.
It's all the same, man.
You guys have until noon to finish. Be done.
Well, I think this whole thing's pointless. This man's obviously an immigrant.
Yeah. Where did you get so much success and all this money? Is your husband rich?
It's my.
No. Hold on. You don't need to answer that. Why does her husband have to be rich? Why can't she make this money on her own? Why can't she be the one who's successful?
I don't know. I was just asking.
Misogynist.
Ideally, that's how things used to be.
How things used to be. Not anymore. Women can be CEOs. Women can make their own money and be completely successful on their own. Is there a problem?
Your top is just really suggestive. I don't think that's appropriate for women to dress like that.
My talk is suggestive.
I mean, there's guys here.
Men can show their boxers, but I can't show a little bit of bra strap.
No.
I like you. It's really okay.
Well, with that attitude, that's why women don't make it in business. That's your problem.
Don't make it in business.
It's true.
Have you heard of Oprah? Our first lady is
One.
fantastic.
One. Name some others.
Michelle Obama.
Exactly. That's why we still have a male president.
Still haven't been the president.
That's
Hillary
why-
Clinton is going to make.
I really don't have time for this. I have a nail appointment, and I just don't feel like sitting here listening to two conservative assholes, a foreigner, and a feminist. This is ridiculous. Let's do this.
Eu falo, eu nada tia, eu massas. Guys, this is
What the
serious.
hell is he talking about?
He's speaking in tongues. Guys, we really need to focus on this case.
I feel bad for this man. Me and him are in the same position. We're both immigrants. I don't think he should get in trouble for stealing. His son was sick. He needed the medicine.
These damn imbeciles, not understanding all about the American system and law. This man's obviously an immigrant and needs to go back to his country, trying to take over America and all that we stand for.
Where was the mother in all of this, I wonder? This is what happens when a woman relies on a man to get things done. Never send a man to do a woman's job. Still, it's sad that anyone had to do this at all.
Jesus said we should forgive, but he also said thou shalt not steal. I don't know. What would Jesus do?
Poor people. They don't know what they want. I mean, if everyone was just as fortunate as me, then it wouldn't be so hard. We wouldn't have to steal. I have a nail appointment.
Sorry about that. So have you guys made a decision? We need the verdict immediately.
I think we're gonna need some time.
Okay.
Just
Right,
give us
guys?
about an hour.
Yeah.
Till an hour? Okay, fine.
Alright.
But we need it done soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
Well, I've already made my decision. This man is obviously guilty. He's an immigrant and needs to go back home.
Well, you know, my friend, you have to keep an open mind. You see, back where I'm from, I had to do the same for my family.
Well, the thing is that you're an immigrant and you're already here, so obviously you're here legally. This man, he done stole, and now we have to decide on his fate. Believe me, I believe he needs to go home.
But he has a point. Family is the most important thing. And at church, we always try to look for the good in people, not the bad.
I suppose that's true. He is a man, but he is a man who was providing for his family, and
Right.
the boy is just a boy.
Well, that is a southern value right there. That's what Daddy always told me, that it's good to provide for your family and you gotta always make sure you protect them. I guess he was getting some right there.
Good quality.
Your daddy was a smart man. You know, my whole life, I was put on this pedestal. First place. I hate getting my nails done. I hate that shit. It's really,
Why do you get them done?
I don't know. I don't know why I spend so much unnecessary money. I don't know why I treat people like crap because I have what they don't.
We all make mistakes.
I want to get
But guys, we have to get this statement finished. And I believe that this man, he's sitting and he's waiting for...
Yes, he's just sitting in his cell, pondering his fate. Like, I don't want to have any part of that. I'm not... Who are we?
Yeah.
You know? I'm out.
Yeah, who are we to judge this man? I mean, he was just doing right for his family.
I'm out.
Out.
Yeah, me too. What do you say, Jedediah?
I guess I'm not too. I can't do it. I'm not from a good standpoint. I got too much bias. I need to rethink a lot of things.
Let's get this letter down.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I will be king, and you will be queen. For nothing will drive them away. We can beat them just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. And you can be me.
Dear Miss Batten, we accept the fact that we had to subdue 3 days on jury duty for whatever it is you claim the defendant has done wrong. But we think you are absolutely insane to make us sit here and debate about a man who has already been racially, socially, and sexually stratified, to which you already have your verdict. We were picked to be here for a reason, and this whole time you have basically told us who we are and treated us for what you saw fit for our self-worth. In the simplest terms and in the most convenient definitions, we are an ethnic king, the Southern patriot, the activist, the pure-hearted, and the humbled one. That is not the way we saw each other on April 6, 2015 at 11 a.m. We are no longer going to conform. Go to hell with our sincerest regards. The Stratified.
God damn it, not another one. Just get knocked off my
You've been struck by a smooth
Alright, you have a few hours. I missed. I feel like I was gonna hit someone, like in the face.
Right, you're hesitant. I'm like, yo, throw the dice.
You have until noon to finish. I have an important appointment.
Eu nada dia, nossa. Guys, this is serious.
What the hell is he talking about? He's speaking in tongues.
This is serious. We have to get going with this, guys. Come on.
This is getting everybody in the shot. So.
Starting? Okay.
Sorry, I'm not sorry. When I say action, that... Action.
Okay. The thing is, you're a hard-working immigrant. You're already here, buddy. This man, we don't know if he came here legally or illegally, but the thing is, oh damn. Hold on.
Don't look at me then.
Action.
Please state your name for the court.
What's my name? Action.
Good stuff right there. Check that boy. Dude, right here.
Turn on.
Tell that bitch. Don't trying to tell us how to do
You're
stuff.
all laughing and I'm not even sure.
Man, right there. Hold on. Get that backspace in right there. All right. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we're good. High five. Yay.
Yeah. You got it right there. You killed him.
How long are we gonna do this for?
I'm free.
Is it on video?
Yeah,